all over at Emirates Stadium has finished Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2. A really, really good result for the Gunners, keeping the momentum going after the win on the opening weekend over Crystal Palace. 4 goals as well. A little bit disappointed at the fact that we conceded a couple, but it is what it is. You know, we bounced back from those mistakes, I thought, really, really well. And I think they were both mistakes. I mean, let's get the negatives out of the way first, right? If you look at William Saliba's own goal, clearly a mistake. You know, I think he's got to try and defend the situation there. Obviously wary and mindful of Jamie Vardy in behind him, gets something on the ball, and unfortunately it beats Aaron Ramsdale. But kind of is what it is. And Mikel Arteta, whose press conference I've just literally come out of, was very complimentary of the fans' reaction to William Saliba's own goal. He said, in all my years, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen fans applaud a player like that who's just scored an own goal. So he's obviously happy with the response. I think William Saliba was lifted by the response. Mikel Arteta said that as well. He said that, you know, I think it gave him the confidence to play the remainder of the game. And you have to say that for the remainder of the game, William Saliba was brilliant. He was brilliant before it, he was brilliant after it. I thought he had a really, really good game, really, really strong performance from him. As for the second goal that Arsenal conceded, I thought Aaron Ramsdale needed to do better, if I'm being completely honest. He received the ball in a wide position, the angle was against him, and he just sort of got his head down, hit it hard, low, and hoped. And unfortunately, it sort of squirmed through Aaron Ramsdale, who I don't think should get beaten from that position. But anyway, it is what it is. I said I wanted to get the negatives out early doors, so we've done that now, and we can focus on, of course, the positives. I didn't think Arsenal started the game as aggressively and as intensely as I'd kind of hoped going into this game, but I knew sort of in the build-up that the fact that the conditions here may have played a part in that. It was baking hot here, 30 plus degrees, and it's not easy to maintain those intensity levels in these conditions. So I suspected that might be a problem, and I thought it was a bit of a problem in the early stages. But when you've got a top quality striker like Gabriel Jesus in your ranks, who can pull out something from the bag like that and really lift the place, then you're in a much better position. And we never had that last season, and we never had that the season before. The finish for Gabriel Jesus' first goal was sublime. I was commentating on the moment, and he got the ball and he just looked up, and I didn't think that a shot was even on, but he somehow manages to chip it in towards that far corner. Danny Ward, absolutely no chance. An elite level finish from an elite level striker, something that we at Arsenal have been missing for a long, long time. And then he pops up just a few minutes later and scores a totally different type of finish. He scores with a poacher's finish, which was superb. Great to see him arriving at the back post and heading in after Jamie Vardy's inadvertent flick on. And then, of course, Leicester City thought they had a penalty right on the stroke of half-time. Thankfully, the VAR was in play, because you could see, I thought, straight away that there was very little contact between Jamie Vardy and Aaron Ramsdale, if at all. Ramsdale clearly pulled out of the challenge. Sometimes players make that gesture. They put their arms up to kind of signify that they pulled out of the challenge, when actually they haven't. They've already gone in. It's already too late. But in that particular instance, you could see that Ramsdale had pulled out. So thankfully the VAR was there to correct Darren England's mistake, because it was a bloody bad one. And that kind of meant that we went in at half-time, 2 goals to the good and in a comfortable position. Started the second half, obviously gave away the own goal that we've already touched on. And then obviously we went and responded immediately through Granit Xhaka. It was a mistake on Leicester's part. Danny Ward with an absolute howler, and the ball fell to Jesus, who was alert, he was sharp, and he found Xhaka just 3-4 yards to his right, who tucked it away. And it was great to see Granit Xhaka get a goal, because I don't always think, as you guys will know, that Granit Xhaka gets I don't think he gets the love that he deserves sometimes. I think he's somebody that people find it very easy to criticise because of all that's gone on in the past. So to see him score is always nice. And then, of course, Arsenal were 3-1 up, but then again, that Maddison moment happened. The Ramsdale mistake, I think, in between the sticks for Arsenal, allowed Leicester back into the game. But once again, this time within a minute, we went up the other end and scored. And it was an absolute peach of a goal from Gabriel Martinelli. It was so good. He got the ball in that position, and I thought, okay, what are you going to do with it? I expected him to kind of carry it. I expected him to drive at the penalty area. Instead, he shifted it onto that left foot, looked up, and just drove it low and hard across Danny Ward, who was at full stretch, in off the post. It went. Beautiful goal, aesthetically, as well as what it meant for Arsenal. So, yeah, look, 3 points in the bag. Tierney came on, got a few more minutes under his belt. Tomiyasu came on, got some minutes under his belt. The same with Smith Rowe. I don't really know if there was an issue with Ben White and if that's why he came off and was replaced. Mikel Arteta wasn't asked that question in the press conference that I've just come from. But yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the coming days. But things are looking good. It's been a really positive start to the season. A few teething problems in certain areas, I would say, defensively. But that wasn't on show at Palace. We saw it today in a couple of moments. But we were good enough to go down the other end and make it meaningless, which is always great. And we didn't really have that ability and that capability last season. You always felt that we were only ever going to win games by the odd goal. And so, when we conceded, you were worried. But now you feel like there's goals in the team, you feel like we're moving in the right direction, you feel like there's a confidence. The atmosphere here today was really positive. There's a real positive vibe around Arsenal Football Club at the moment, outside the ground, inside the ground, just everywhere. You could really, really feel it. And I sort of walked into the press area today really, really looking forward to this one, and Arsenal didn't disappoint. Got to commentate on 4 Arsenal goals. What more do you want from a day's work? But yeah, thank you for tuning in to my post-match reaction video. We'll be bringing you a full podcast on Sunday morning where we'll be breaking down the game in a lot more detail. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Arsenal have got the 3 points in the bag. Go and have a drink, enjoy it, celebrate, and I'll catch you all soon. Don't forget though to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Cheers.